So what's going on with the Olympics? I mean, it starts off with one of the weirdest opening ceremonies of all time. They have this mockery of the Last Supper of Jesus Christ with trans characters taking the place of the apostles. And there's this outrage from Christians around the world, and justly so. And they say, well, you misunderstood it. And that was not meant to be a depiction of the Last Supper painting by Leonardo da Vinci. Then they come back and acknowledge it and issue this weak apology. Well, we're sorry if it offended you. Just a word about apologies. Here's how an apology works. You say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Please forgive me. The end. Not, I'm sorry if it offended you. But then I just read an article about a pro surfer that was told he has to take the image of Christ off of his surfboard or he can't compete in the Olympics. Oh, okay, so I get it now. We can openly mock Jesus Christ here, but you can't have any image of Jesus Christ. And what was the reason they gave? Oh, it was all about inclusion. What about the inclusion of the surfer that wants to express his faith with an image of Jesus on his surfboard? Then I just read about this boxing match between a female boxing match at the Olympics, I might note, female boxer from Italy fighting a man from Algeria, and the man hits her, and after 45 seconds, she says, I can't take it anymore. She falls to her knees. I mean, this is ridiculous. Is this a new Olympic event? Men beating up women? I thought that was called assault. New category, I suppose. I think the Olympics right now are sort of a microcosm of what's wrong in the world. Number one, we don't want God. If that's not enough, we're going to openly mock God. Number two, we're going to make up new rules. We're going to redefine everything. And this is what's happening in our culture. And that's why so many things are going the wrong way. You know, the Bible says, woe to those that call sweet bitter and bitter sweet. If we get back to God's principles and his truths, that is the way to have a society that functions properly, and that is the way to have your life function properly as well. It's a really bad idea to mock God. The Bible says, don't be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, that will he also reap. You remember the story of that boy king Belshazzar that went out of his way to openly mock the God of Israel. And as he was doing so, there was a hand writing these words on the wall, many, many tekel parson, which translated says, you've been weighed in God's balances and you've been found lacking. I think the writing is on the wall right now from God. He's telling us to turn back to him. That needs to happen at the Olympics. That needs to happen in the world. That needs to happen in America. That needs to happen in our lives as well. God says, if my people which are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sin and heal their land.